Alright guys, we're here with our first episode of Assassin's Creed Origins, the Hidden Ones DLC. We're heading over to the ferry right now to go to the new location called Sinai. This region is actually very vertical compared to the rest of the game. There's a lot of just big mountains and drop-offs and things like that. This DLC is actually one of my favorite Assassin's Creed DLCs. Which is saying a lot because I really did enjoy the other Assassin's Creed DLCs. There is not, I mean, Assassin's Creed DLCs have never been crazy. I think Freedom Cry and the Tyranny of King Washington was probably the craziest. But both of those weren't even anything super, like, special or insane, you know what I mean? So. But this is one of my favorite ones. I've never actually finished Curse of the Pharaohs. I don't think I've actually even played much of Curse of the Pharaohs. I've played through all of this DLC, Curse of the Pharaohs. I've maybe gotten halfway through. Because it was, at the time, I was pretty much done with playing Origins. Like, I didn't want to play it anymore because I beat it, like, 2 or 3 times when Curse of the Pharaohs finally came out. And I finished Hidden Ones twice.
I'm looking for a man named Bayek.
I went to go play,
I'm here to give you...
This takes place 4 years after this game. That's what I was saying on the bottom. But I'm officially back at my house as well, back with my own setup, so it should sound better. I don't think it sounded too bad while I was gone, but I know there was some issues. My mic crackled for one of my videos, like it was super crackly, I don't know why, but that might have just been the mic itself, but it seems like it's fixed. I haven't had any issues with it. I know there were some background noises, things like that. This is the outfit we get with it, and it's like one of the coolest outfits ever. This is the Hidden Ones outfit. You get this at the start of the game. Like, this is the outfit I will be using for the rest of the game. For the rest of the DLCs, everything. Because this is my favorite. Actually, I'm pretty sure Curse of the Pharaohs has a pretty cool outfit. But this is like my favorite outfit in the game. It's the only time you see Bayek get... Well, no, it's not the only time. But this is like the most traditional Assassin's robes you get for Bayek, I feel like. Because you can buy robes. Because I know Bayek's like normal outfit is technically like robes, but his entire chest is just exposed, you know what I mean? It doesn't give you the same feeling as robes like this. And the other robes were like super colorful, had weird patterns and things like that. This is the first time you get like actual assassin's robes, in my opinion, for Bayek. And it's just so nice. This DLC is only about 3 hours long though, and then Curse of the Pharaohs about maybe 8.
Exhausted with grief.
Well, with the way I play when I record
Our
videos,
mouths filled with ashes, we weep tears of blood.
If you want to fully complete both of these DLCs though, like do all the side stuff there is, this could easily take like 8 to 9 hours, and Curse of the Pharaohs could take easily like 15. So, but just to play through the main story and stuff, it doesn't take long.
With the mist, as silent as the sea, delivering death. Unknown, unseen, ever unforgiving.
But as that said, this takes place 4 years after
Let me
the
tell
events
you
of,
of him, the legend of Siwa,
Assassin's Creed Origins.
the shadow, who is Bayek. Bayek, Bayek, Bayek. Bayek.
Sounds like quite a man.
See, the thing too is like this location, it's not super crazy. It is very vertical, like I said. There's nothing super crazy about this DLC. I personally just like it. I don't know why. I like the story of this area. I like the area itself. It's not anything like crazy. It's not super different
I need to find the hideout.
From like the base game's map. This is like, it's literally just this. It's nothing crazy. It's not very different from the base game's map. I just overall prefer this map over the base games. But that's my opinion. I just like the way the map looks. I'm gonna go and make this just try to look a little nicer. Just try to make it bleeding on block, health on parry. I don't even block that much, so it's fine. Okay. So we're using that. No, that's not what I wanted to use. Oh, but his sword's not leveled up. That's the sword I want to use, but I guess we could use this with Ultima. I think we're gonna use the Ultima still. No, we'll stick with this. It just looks. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade this when I get the chance. I do want a long or a heavy weapon though. I don't know if I want to use these. I'm sorry that I'm doing this too right off the start, but I didn't really mess with anything. 464. This is just 383. Let's use this. And then I want to change my hunter bow to the crescent because it has fire. And then that's the funny thing too, is I never ever have any legendary weapons when it comes to the, what are they, predator and warrior bows. They're just not anything good. They're not great at all. I want to use something. I mean, we're not really going to be using a horse much of this DLC, I'm pretty sure. I don't think this DLC really needs it.
Should be
The
visible
map's
from a
pretty
height.
small. Alright. I was just trying to make us look better because having glowing weapons and things like that just, I feel like it didn't fit this DLC or the outfit we're using very well. And I just want this to fit the DLC the best it possibly can. This DLC was like, to me though, it was such a good DLC. It's very vertical. I mean, you could use a horse, but like they have so much, like look right here. There's just so many places where they have it kind of set up for just little parkour segments and things like that. I don't know. This DLC and the map for this DLC I just found awesome. I still want to play through Odyssey's DLCs, even though I don't like the game. I've never even actually like finished the game. I watched someone play through all of it, and I thought the story wasn't there. That's why I didn't buy it until a year after it came out. I'm still gonna play it all off camera and stuff. It's just I don't find them as good as I don't find it as good as like this. Explore the shining find a secret entrance.
The entrance is closed. There must be another way in.
I can't just burn that. Well, I mean, we know what building it is. Yeah, see, I haven't played this DLC in a while. Over here. Possibly. I don't even remember the story to the Curse of the Pharaohs, like the beginning of it. I don't remember why you go there or anything.
Hello.
I already sold all my unnecessary stuff. Let me see if I can, oh, 6,000 upgrade it, okay.
See you soon.
Yeah, I don't remember how to, Senu can help you find secret entrances. There you go. I completely forgot Senu could do that. But yeah, as I said, I'm home now, which is cool. I mean, I missed my house so much. I don't think I'll ever house sit again. I can't go a whole week being at someone else's house, you know what I mean? I need to be at my home, my own house.
This is it. Ah, the Hidden One's bureau.
Sometimes those have missions, that's why I'm doing that. Oh, I need arrows, actually. Cop, thank you. Alright. Speak with Tahira. Tahira.
Such loss of life.
Tahira,
Bayek, thank the gods you have come.
your message was urgent.
These are the swords of two hidden ones I recruited, killed in a massacre.
They will be remembered as martyrs to the cause.
This is Gamilat, leader of the Nabatean rebels.
What happened?
We retreated through the village. The Romans pursued us in a fury, and took their anger out on the villagers.
It was pure butchery. Innocent men and women. The Hidden Ones tried to stop it and were killed.
They understood the risks.
I assigned them to help the rebels.
Tahira, what has been done cannot be undone. The Hidden Ones have no place in battles, but we can help the rebellion by eliminating the Roman leader.
General Rufio. But he is in Rome.
Rufio has 3 lieutenants here in the Sinai.
These 3 men will die.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, so this is like the general story.
I am
for this
indebted to
DLC.
you.
We do this for the people, Gamilat.
Yes, the people. The people and I are one and the same.
That's the overall, the entire story of this DLC is, you're pretty much just helping out the rebels in this region, and, making it to where you can, God, what am I trying to say? Making it to where you can, go ahead and, just, clear this region out of enemies and things like that. So we actually get a new hunter bow right there in that DLC, or in that mission. We're gonna go ahead and do this one since it's closest. That's something that's kind of annoying though, is that it gives you multiple things to do at one time. I mean, it's not terrible, it's just I would prefer to have like one thing to do.
Above the quarry.
But it's fine. I did not mean to come down here, I was trying to go across. I still want to play Valhalla. They moved it too, so it's like it would be better if I got it when it came out now, because Cyberpunk's coming out a whole, I think about 10 days after it comes out now, because they changed the release date. But I think either way I would wait to play it, because I want to play it on next gen to get the best capabilities for it and all that. Plus I would also like to
Bayek. It is time to dispose of Rufio's
just
lieutenant.
wait maybe and just focus
Tacito
more on
often comes out
Cyberpunk.
to roost atop the quarry. He is a brutal overseer. He makes an example of his workers every day.
Douche. Alright.
I will stay close by and get a view of this worker.
But I think either way I'm gonna, even if I end up getting enough money, because by the time you guys see this it'll be announced, but the PS5 release date and price is officially getting announced, which the rumored price was $500 for the disc version, and then $500 for the disc version, and then $400 I think for the discless. The only problem is that, okay, that's, I was trying to, but I was trying, originally, so originally those prices leaked for the PS5, right? But from the looks of it, it might even be cheaper for the discless one, because the Xbox Series S was announced for $300, which is like a less powerful, less fast, or slower overall console. But it plays the same next-gen games, things like that. It just is not going to look as pretty. Which for a lot of people that doesn't matter, because they don't have 4K capable hardware anyway to play it on. Like me, like I have a 1080p 60Hz TV. So I won't be able to take advantage of the 120Hz 4K gameplay that you see on PS5s and Xboxes until I get a 120Hz 4K TV, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to have HDR because my TV doesn't support HDR. But if they do what I think they're going to do, which what I personally think they're going to do is they're going to try and match the Xbox's price. The Xbox Series X's price. They're gonna match it, I feel like. So the 300 price tag that they put onto the Xbox Series X, I think they're gonna match that for the discless version, which makes sense too, because they're gonna make more money off the discless version, because what they'll be able to do is cut out retailers. So to get games, you'll have to go straight through the PlayStation Store, which is what I do anyway. You know what I mean? But that looks like that's what they're gonna do. Which if that's the case, like I'm gonna end up having so much extra money. I'm gonna end up having like $130 extra, which means I'll be able to get Valhalla like I wanted to, Gold Edition even if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm gonna get the Gold Edition right off the bat. But I'll be able to get the Gold Edition of that, and yeah, or the normal edition of Valhalla, I mean. But I still don't think I would play it until later down the line, you know what I mean? Until after Cyberpunk. Just because Cyberpunk is coming out, that's going to definitely be Game of the Year. So it's I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what Sony's going to do because Xbox is actually coming in clutch right now. I'm not going to get an Xbox. But they are coming in clutch right now with their whole Xbox Series S thing, because so many people don't have 4K capable hardware, so the like 4K, the 4K gameplay and the 120 hertz does not matter to them. I mean, I'm still only going to be able to play in 1080p. You guys are going to be able to finally see gameplay in 1080p because that's what it records on now. But I'm only going to be able to play in 1080p. My TV goes up to 60 hertz, which is good because even now, PlayStation 4 only goes up to around 30 hertz for every game. So I'll still be at a slight advantage over the PS4. But overall, there's not going to be much of a difference for me besides speed, and games overall should start to look better because consoles will be able to handle gameplay more. Like Fallout and Elder Scrolls, those are some of the biggest games ever. And the reason they look so bad is because there's so much to offer. PlayStation and Xbox can't handle that yet. So hopefully overall games just start looking better because, well, now you can go faster. You know what I mean? So that means that they'll be able to make things faster, which means they could add more because it doesn't take as much time to load. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of benefits, even though I won't be able to take advantage of like the most what is it called, like I guess like the most known things I won't be able to take advantage of. I won't be able to have HDR, which I mean PS4 has HDR now, but I just can't take advantage of it. I won't be able to take advantage of the 4K or the 120 hertz, which, I mean, I'm not even complaining about that much. I'm fine, because no matter what, I'll still be getting 60 frames. 120 frames is what the new CODs are going to run, but it's like, I need to get a better TV before any of that happens, which right now, actually, it's not even that bad. Like, to get a new 4K TV with HDR 140 hertz, it's actually like super cheap now because the price keeps going down on it. Just because 4K TVs are getting more common and they're getting cheaper to make and easier to make because we just know about them now. So I mean, it's not like super expensive for any of that. But I don't have the money for it right now because I think I saw a 4K HDR 65 inch TV because I have a 55 inch, so I don't want to go smaller than that because it'll just hurt my brain. It's either going to be the same size or bigger. But
you may never rebel against
I have that. I have a 65 inch 1080p 60 hertz TV, which it does the job. It does what I need to do. I'm still thinking about maybe just keeping my TV and just getting a 4K monitor. I know that'll be way more than a God damn it. I know it'll be way more than me getting a 4K TV, 140 or 120 hertz. But I think overall I would just like it more. I would like to have a monitor so I could actually use my desk. You know what I mean? Because right now my desk is only used for my laptop. It would be used for a PS4 or for a PC, I mean, but I haven't bought one yet. Which I'm kind of thinking about buying one now because The new GeoForce
Take back Nabatea.
RTXs are coming out, and they're actually like super good. Like the 3070 is better than the 2080 Ti, and it's cheaper than the 2080 Ti. Dude, what are you doing? I just need some health. So the newest one that's cheaper than the 2080 is actually better than the 2080. So it's like, I'm just highly skeptical on like why I wouldn't. If I do get a PC, it's gonna be that, because that's so cheap for such a good graphics card. I think the thing that'll be the most money when I do go to do it would be the motherboard, not the motherboard, but what is it, the processors? I don't know. I don't know much about PCs. I've been trying to get PCs for a while. I've been trying to just learn about specs and what's good to get. I heard that the Ryzen, I think it's the Ryzen 7, isn't terrible. Oh, that's a thing. I'm sorry, dude. I heard the Ryzen 7 isn't terrible. If you want like quality, I think it was another one, but I don't remember the name of it. But I mean, I've been looking into PCs for a while now. Been looking into what would be best for me to buy and things like that.
Rufio will send more Centurions, and there are still slaves inside the quarry who need to be liberated.
Resilience is your greatest weapon.
You work for Gamalot? He told us of the Hidden Ones, great shadowy heroes.
No one works for the Hidden Ones.
Well, thank you for defending us. If I see your sigil in the future, I will respect it.
See, so look right here though, guys. 55-inch 4K UHD LED TV, $239 at Walmart, which is cheaper than the TV I have now. The TV I have now was like, I think like $800, because flat screens were super expensive. So, but if they do it, I'm hoping they're doing it, and they're gonna lower the price of the discless to $300, because overall they end up making more money anyway off it. If they lower it down to $300, I will have $138 to spend on whatever I want, which I'm gonna instantly throw all those into PlayStation cards, and then after that, I don't know what I'm gonna buy. I'll probably sit on it for a while, because I mean, I'll probably end up giving my friend like 20 bucks or so, 30 bucks to go ahead and buy Cyberpunk on his account, because he'll be paying for Cyberpunk overall. And I've done this before where I help him out. I give him like 20, 30 bucks, and he'll pay the rest for the game. I've done that before with like Borderlands 3. I did that. I did that with Last of Us Part 2. I gave him like 25 bucks or something like that. It's just what me and him do. I don't game share with him because I game share with someone else, but overall, he game shares with me, and I just give him a few bucks every now and again for games.
Bayek! Over here!
Because sometimes he doesn't have enough for it, or sometimes I just feel like paying, helping out.
Tahira said you would come.
Who is my target?
I'm Peleus. He oversees all commerce on the peninsula. You will find him below.
Yeah, so 55-inch TV. It only has 60 hertz, which isn't, I mean, that's what this TV has. But it's 4K.
He squeezes bloody juice from every coin that passes along the way of Horus and through those walls.
How will I know him?
There you have a problem. He dresses exactly like his captains. From afar, he is impossible to identify.
Are you certain he is in the fort?
I am certain. My partner went in there earlier and never came back.
Wait for me at the Praying Hands. If I find your partner, I will bring him there.
It doesn't even have HDR. But I mean, that's not bad. It's only 250 bucks. I'm fine with having 60 hertz. I would like to use 4K, but I mean, that's the thing about 4K and 1080p. There's like subtle differences, but you can like notice them. You know what I mean? But they're still very subtle. Like if you were to have a player go from 1080p to 4K, like right away, I don't think they would notice too big of a difference. But if you go to play 4K for a while, and then head over to that makes no sense. I was behind my wall, but whatever. If you were to have someone play 4K though for a while and then go down to 1080p, I'm like sure they'll notice it. You know what I mean? But I don't think it would be anything super crazy noticeable. At least going from 1080 to 4K. If you go from 4K to 1080, you'll probably definitely notice it. Which, I mean, But me personally, I wouldn't really... I don't need the 4K. I'm fine with doing 1080p. That's what it's going to be recorded on, so it's not like it'll ruin anything for you guys. You know what I mean? So... pretty much, I'm mainly focused on what would be best for filming and things like that. And my TV doesn't really matter in that case, because I'm pretty sure no matter what, even if I was playing on a TV that didn't have 1080p, which I don't even know if they make those, because TVs are always in 1080p.
He cannot be found. He is dressed like all the others.
Then how do I find him, though? Wait, so it's just like his captains and commander. There's 2 captains and a commander here.
Where is this Cassid and Pelias?
That wasn't him. I'm just super hopeful that they do lower the price down to try and match Xbox. Or, I mean, lower the price to just the normal one and keep the discless one at 400 or something. Or maybe just lower it down to 350. They don't have to go all the way down to 300. But I don't know. They did say that, they did note that they were changing things based off of the Xbox event, the Xbox, just announcement overall. I heard that they were changing the pricing. It was, that was announced on Twitter the other day, that they were changing their pricings based off of what Xbox announced. So hopefully they do. I mean, we find out in 2 days from me filming this, which is a Wednesday. Which, I mean, no matter what, I'm gonna buy it. But best case scenario for me is that they do lower the price down significantly, and that'll make it easier for me to be able to purchase things for the overall the next few years. Not the next few years, the next few months. It'll make things way nicer to do, though. Make filming this year way easier, because then I don't have to sit here trying to find money or just hope that I get enough for Christmas, you know what I mean? Which I definitely will not. I just got a legendary predator bow from that, as I was just talking about not having any predator bows. That's pretty cool.
10, 11. The order is eternal.
Jesus. But yeah, so like I was saying though, like nonetheless, I'm still excited for the PS5's announcement, for everything that the PS5 will have. I know that there's supposed to be some first-party games, things like that, some third-party games as well on there. So hopefully we get maybe some COD Zombies gameplay or something like that at the event. Hopefully we get some Horizon 2 gameplay. Overall, I just hope there's some good little announcements at the event. If not announcements, just some gameplay showcases for things. I think they did say that there was going to be gameplay showcases. So, some PS5 exclusives are probably going to be there for gameplay, which is sick. Especially if they have some Horizon Zero Dawn. I would love that. But overall, I'm very excited for the new event. Looking forward to it very much. I'm looking forward to the PS5 overall. I do hope that they do maybe lower the prices, just because that would make life so much better. I would have an extra 130 bucks and I would be able to buy games, which I think I would just sit on the money, to be honest. I would add it to my PlayStation account, but I think I would sit on it for a while rather than go ahead and just start pre-ordering stuff, because there is still a few announcements, and who knows, maybe there's something else I want to buy, because I'm not fully set on getting AC Valhalla yet. So I mean, who knows, maybe there's like something gets announced later down the year, and it's like a surprise release or something, you know what I mean, and it comes out not too long after it was announced or something like that. So I would choose to probably sit on at least like 70 bucks, just so I have enough to pre-order like a full price game if it does like secretly get announced or whatever. I know there's a few things that I did want to buy this year, so if I do have enough money I might buy them, but that's all just a chance. It's a possibility, because I don't know, Xbox is kind of on a roll right now, not gonna lie. They've been doing pretty good. Started off kind of weak with the events and things like that, but they started picking up pretty fast, because I know a lot of people were talking about the event and how crappy it was initially, and it was really crappy, the initial Xbox event. So I mean, they're picking it up though. They officially announced that EA Access, all the EA games that were free on there, are officially part of Game Pass too, for no extra cost now. I mean, overall, they just have a good thing going with Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold being together for 15 bucks. PlayStation doesn't really have anything like that. We have PS Now, but PS Now is not a good thing. There's a lot of last-gen games on there, which is like the main reason I wanted to buy it, but you can't download them. You have to stream them, therefore it's just pointless unless you have high-quality Wi-Fi that never goes out ever. I mean, they started adding more and more PS4 games. I think they had like 4 games a month or something like that, but they're not really anything crazy, or they're just games I already own. The only game on there that's worth it is Control. Like, I would buy just it for $10 for 1 month and play through Control and then not buy it ever again, you know what I mean? If they did some sort of bundle where it was 15 bucks a month, or you could buy it for a whole year for like maybe a little more than maybe like 80 bucks for the whole year with that and PlayStation Plus, they would sell a bunch of those for sure, because PlayStation Plus now is like 60 bucks for a whole year, which isn't bad. I still think that's not bad at all. Apparently Nintendo's is only like 10 bucks for a whole year, 20 bucks, and apparently Nintendo players are complaining about that. It's like, how are you complaining over that? They get free games too. If you have that, you get like a bunch of free games, like classic games, which is sick. You get a bunch of free games though. You get the ability to play online. Like, how are you guys complaining about that? I understand that it's Nintendo and the Wii had online games for free, but it's like, you gotta understand, it's a new day and age, you know what I mean? Like, everything costs money now. Like, PlayStation used to be free for their online services, and then as soon as Xbox did it, they're like, oh, we can profit off this too. So they added it to the PlayStation, which, I mean, was very controversial at the time, but now it's like something you're like, oh, wow, it's not that bad. It's like something you need, you know what I mean? But this leaked a while ago. This could definitely be changed. But from what I've heard, they're trying to make you spend more for PS Plus and PlayStation 5 to get PlayStation 5 games for free. If that's the case, that's going to ruin PlayStation Plus entirely.
We are planning our raid on Tamos, Rufio's mason.
He's the one leading this village.
Yes. The temple will be gone soon. The pyramid as well. Tamos does not care about Egypt.
But if that's the case, that's really going to ruin PlayStation Plus. Because what they have going now is fine.
He has employed Nabateans to carry out his sad work for Rufio, a soulless Weka. He would give Amun to Rome as a slave if he could.
But don't, believe what I say about that PlayStation Plus stuff, because it's been about 8 months since I last heard about that.
They will remain if we kill this
and it's
Tamos
never
fast
came
enough.
up again. It happened one time. I saw it on a few different articles, but I only ever saw it one
Let's
time.
get this, Tamos.
Like it was one day I
This is
saw
our
the
best chance
articles,
to kill him.
read them,
Away from his camp. We must take him now.
just looked a little
If
more
we
into
kill
it. There
him,
was
we
no
will be seen
definitive
as
proof. It
legends.
was all it was all not skeptical.
I will fight beside you with all my heart.
What is it called?
Quiet. Stay focused.
It was all just an idea. It was all just someone's idea of what they could do, which if I'm being honest, it's something that they could do and definitely get away with without many people saying anything about it, just because it is PlayStation and it does seem like something companies do nowadays. So but if they do that on their part, Xbox is gonna end up overall winning, which I don't know. Xbox is starting to just slowly get better. I'm not gonna buy it no matter what. I have too much saved up, too much done with PlayStation to ever switch back over. But
Isn't here. Nick!
I eventually will end up getting the Xbox Series S too, just because it's only $300. But I mean, overall, it's just, I don't know. It's weird what's going on right now between the two companies. Hopefully PlayStation does good with their event that's coming out this year, or this Wednesday.
Isn't it, Bayek?
If it's not,
There must be a Pharaoh buried down
Xbox
here.
pretty much won at this
The
point,
hidden
guys.
chamber of our ancestors.
Which I know that's going to make a lot of
Magnificent,
people salty, but
Check for
Xbox
treasure.
is winning
More
right now. They really are. They don't have anything good exclusivity-wise. They don't have good exclusivity deals. They don't have good exclusives overall. They have a
We will
few,
need
but
to
they've
find a
slowly
way through.
ruined them. You know what I mean? Like, they still have Forza,
And
which
what
all
of
those
this
have been
pyramid?
good in my opinion.
A failed venture to
They have
harvest
Gears of
in
War,
honor
which
of
they've
Pharaoh.
started to slowly ruin just
Legend
because the
has it
original
a secret
trilogy
rover
was
girl in
great.
the sky. Tahaka was seeking
Judgment
Shah.
wasn't bad either. I know Judgment was very controversial, but I loved that multiplayer. I'm pretty sure Judgment is...
Help me get to such great heights.
No. I'm pretty sure Judgment was when they had what's it called? Dude, just come over here, stupid.
Stay on this platform while I find a way to move it.
I'm ready. In place. By the gods, it's working. I'm rising like the sun. Almost there.
Go.
I have reached the exit, Bayek. Oh, thank you, great hidden one.
But originally what I was saying is like the original Gears trilogy, in my opinion, was the best. I played through majority of Gears 4, didn't like it much. I played through part of Gears 5. It was okay. I mean, I don't really prefer either one of those Gears games over the others. I think the second one was my favorite overall. If I'm remembering correctly, I think it was the second one. The third one I didn't like much because Dom dies. But overall, I thought the Gears games were good.
Snakes everywhere. My father died from a snake bite.
Come on, my Seni.
These snakes remind
But
me of
that's the thing, like, Xbox is doing good right now, but they still have, they've never had anything on PlayStation when it comes, I just died to sucks. They've never had anything on PlayStation when it comes to exclusive. PlayStation has God of War, they have Infamous, they have Spider-Man now. They have, Last of Us, they have Horizon Zero Dawn. A lot of these were new IPs, too. The games that are keeping PlayStation afloat right now when it comes to exclusives are new IPs that have come out within the last 8 years. Those are what's keeping PlayStation so high right now and doing so much for them, and that's overall what's making them just win.
Come on, my Seni.
The event against Xbox, the fight against Xbox. I mean, there's a lot they can still change to improve to be better than Xbox. Mainly just because Xbox doesn't have exclusives, but Xbox has a lot of good plans going financially wise. If you're trying to save money on games, Xbox is winning right now for that.
None
Because
of
they
them can be
announced
trusted.
every game they announced
She
at the
is the
Xbox
rightful-
event is on Xbox Game Pass.
Stay
when
on
it
the
comes out.
platform. I will make it rise.
Therefore, it just overall makes Xbox win in that situation. Where do I have to go? Where's the other one? Oh. Yeah, Xbox is doing good right now. Hopefully PlayStation pulls something off crazy on Wednesday when the event does happen. We'll see though. I mean, I'm pretty sure the thing that'll overall make them win is price. Overall, I think it would be whatever price they do for the game, or for the console itself, is what's going to make it win. If the price is too high, I think a lot of people will be going to Xbox strictly because of what they have going on with their games right now. And they did announce Fable. They announced a few good games at the event. So, I mean, I don't really know right now, dude, if I'm being honest. PlayStation, I just hope clutches up. I mean, Xbox has been doing some crazy stuff lately, so I don't know. I'm rooting for
Bayek,
PlayStation,
I think I may have found the shards of star.
but I don't know.
What have you found?
A scroll, Nick. Not the secret objects I was hoping for. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for PlayStation, but we'll see what happens. It's all up to them now. Xbox made first move. We've been waiting for PlayStation to make a move. I initially thought PlayStation was going to make a move before
One more
Xbox
battle
because
before we are free.
PlayStation stuff leaked so long ago, and we didn't hear anything about Xbox. Nothing from Xbox leaked until like right when they announced stuff. So right when they went to announce the Series S, I think it leaked like a week later or a week before. So I mean, like, Xbox's stuff just hasn't been leaking, which is initially why I thought PlayStation was going to be the one to make first move, things like that. PlayStation's dates and game dates and overall just game releases started leaking and things like that. So I initially thought PlayStation was going to be first. PlayStation isn't first. I'm curious though if PlayStation will be releasing before Xbox. Xbox is releasing November 10th. I think if anything, I can't do anything. I think if anything, PlayStation will be releasing around November 13th because they have the exclusivity with COD and Cold War releases the 13th. But if that's the case, I feel like that's dumb too, because then, wow, I have to download the game that day to be able to play it day one, you know what I mean? That's the only thing that's what I hate about, like, even Xbox, even though I'm not getting an Xbox, it's like, why would you do it, why would you move Valhalla's date to the day the Xbox One comes out? Because then now it's like, well, I can't play it the day I get everything because it's gonna sit here downloading for 8 hours, you know what I mean?
You keep the scroll.
I'm curious
Means
about
nothing to me.
storage
Perhaps you
too
can learn more from it.
for games and
I will get the
the way
rebels at my
storage is
outpost
gonna
to
work.
lead the attack on Tammuz.
Too many innocents may die. I will do this alone.
As you wish. Rain upon him like the soul of the sky.
Mainly because, like,
Mysterious
so
poet.
game like
Later I will explore the Temple of Thoth.
games storage is going up overall. COD's been at 200 all this year, so like the storage itself is going up, but they stayed at 1 gigabyte this year. So if that's less than 1 gigabyte, each console has like 800 gigabytes. That's it. 812 for the PS4, I think, and then like less than that for the Series X. So that's pretty much saying you're only going to be able to have 5 games, next gen games. So it's like, what? So then now you're going to have to go and spend $100 to $200 on a 2 terabyte, 1 terabyte SSD because you need to use an SSD now, or it's not going to be fast because HDDs are the reason it's slow. We have those on our consoles now. That's the reason they can't load super fast. The fact that they're using SSDs is why it can load fast. If they're only giving you a terabyte and games are going to be 200 gigabytes, you're going to end up spending $200 on an external hard drive. I spent $80 on my 2 terabyte hard drive, and that's not even enough when I have every Assassin's Creed downloaded. So it's like, I don't know. I'm just curious on what both consoles are going to do. That's not a lot of storage. Hoping PlayStation comes in clutch within the next few days. I'll try to make a video, which should already be up, depending on if anything crazy happens at the event. But I'll try to let you guys know. But yeah. I'll eventually make a video too. If I can, I'll try to figure out how. I'm gonna try and make a video on the PlayStation 5 when it initially comes out, and it's just gonna be pretty much me showcasing the console itself. I don't think it would be me playing any games, just because I don't think I'm gonna have any for it besides COD, because Cyberpunk's not gonna have it. I mean, I'm gonna probably play Cyberpunk on it just for the faster load times, but Cyberpunk's not gonna have anything crazy, so it's not gonna have any of its upgrades. But yeah, so I mean, if you guys are looking forward to that, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want to see on the channel in the future. I'm going to do my best to try and give you guys as much news and content and gameplay, things like that on the PS5 throughout the coming... By the time this is up, still like coming weeks. We got about 8 weeks left until the consoles come out. Or 9, if they come... No, 8. 8. Yeah. We still have about 8 weeks, 7 weeks until the consoles themselves come out, which isn't long, not long at all. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. It looks like it's getting pretty crazy. Things are starting to build up. It's starting to get very, it's starting to be very high tensioned. I'm curious to see what happens over the next coming days, the next coming weeks. But I'll try to let you guys know. I'll try to stay on topic, giving you guys some news, things like that. I'll probably make a video of the rundown of just what happened on Wednesday. But yeah, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys soon in the next episode of Assassin's Creed Origins Hidden Ones DLC. Peace out, guys.